What makes an engine truly bad? Is it reliability, performance, or a mix of both? Engines play a crucial role in how vehicles perform on the road, and some have turned driving into a disastrous experience. From the Cadillac V8-6-4, known for its frustratingly unreliable variable displacement technology, to the Chevrolet 2.2-liter Ecotec, plagued by head gasket failures and oil leaks. Join us as we explore the 17 worst engines ever put in American vehicles. Number 17. 1981 Cadillac V8-6-4. The Cadillac V8-6-4 engine, introduced in 1981, aimed to improve fuel efficiency by allowing the engine to switch between 8, 6, and 4 cylinders. This variable displacement technology was designed to deactivate cylinders when full power was not needed, theoretically saving fuel. However, the technology proved to be ahead of its time and suffered from significant reliability issues. The engine's microprocessor and sensors frequently malfunctioned, causing rough operation and constant mechanical problems. These issues arose from the complex electronic and mechanical systems needed to deactivate and reactivate the cylinders. This engine was primarily installed in Cadillac models like the DeVille, Fleetwood, and Eldorado. Drivers reported jerky transitions between cylinder modes, with the engine often failing to switch properly. This led to poor performance and, in some cases, posed safety hazards. The system's unreliability caused widespread dissatisfaction and numerous consumer complaints. Because of these problems, the Cadillac V8-6-4 engine was discontinued after just 1 year on the market, reflecting the challenges of implementing such advanced technology at the time. Number 16. 1999 Chevrolet 2.2-liter Ecotec. The Chevrolet 2.2-liter Ecotec engine, used during the 2000s, became known for its reliability problems, particularly head gasket failures and oil leaks. This engine was commonly found in models like the Chevrolet Cavalier, Pontiac Sunfire, and Chevrolet Cobalt. Head gasket failures were a serious issue because they could cause coolant to mix with engine oil, leading to overheating and severe engine damage. Oil leaks were another common problem, which not only caused messes, but also posed a fire risk if the leaking oil made contact with hot engine parts. The timing chain tensioner also had significant weaknesses. It often failed due to poor oil flow, especially when the engine was idling, leading to timing chain problems. This could result in engine misfires or even complete engine failure. These persistent issues made the 2.2-liter Ecotec engine unreliable and in some cases dangerous, as sudden engine failure could occur while driving. Due to these problems, the engine was eventually phased out and replaced by more reliable models in later Chevrolet vehicles. Number 15. 1978 Oldsmobile Diesel V8. The Oldsmobile Diesel V8, produced between 1978 and 1985, was an engine used in several General Motors vehicles, including Oldsmobile, Cadillac, and Buick models. It was introduced in response to increasing fuel economy standards. However, the engine quickly earned a bad reputation due to numerous problems. One major issue stemmed from its design, which was based on the Oldsmobile 350 gasoline engine. This caused structural weaknesses, as the engine block and head bolts were not strong enough to handle their higher compression ratios required for diesel combustion. As a result, the engine frequently experienced head gasket failures, oil leaks, and cracked blocks. Additionally, its fuel injection system was highly susceptible to corrosion and water contamination, leading to poor performance and reliability. These problems made the Oldsmobile Diesel V8 unsafe at times, as engine failures could happen unexpectedly, leaving drivers stranded. The engine's consistent unreliability led to many warranty claims and lawsuits against General Motors. Even though redesign efforts were made, the engine's reputation remained damaged, and it was discontinued in 1985. Number 14. 1998 Chrysler 2.7-liter V6. The Chrysler 2.7-liter V6 engine, produced in 1998, was used in several models, including the Chrysler Sebring, Dodge Intrepid, and Chrysler Concorde. Initially, it was praised for its advanced design, featuring aluminum blocks and heads, dual overhead cams, and 24 valves. However, the engine soon gained a notorious reputation for severe reliability issues. One of the most significant problems was the buildup of oil sludge, caused by a poorly designed water pump that leaked coolant into the oil system. This contamination made the oil thicken, reducing its ability to lubricate properly, which led to premature engine wear and catastrophic failures. In addition, the engine's timing chain, which also powered the water pump, frequently failed, further worsening its reliability. These issues often cause sudden engine breakdowns, leaving drivers stranded and posing safety risks. Chrysler attempted to fix these problems, but the engine's reputation was already ruined. Numerous class action lawsuits were filed against the company, and the 2.7-liter V6 was discontinued in 2010, marking the end of one of the most problematic engines in American automotive history. Number 13. The 1977 Pontiac Iron Duke. The Pontiac Iron Duke, introduced in 1977, was a 2.5-liter inline-4 engine used in various General Motors vehicles, including the Pontiac Fiero, Chevrolet S10, and even the Grumman LLV postal truck. It was initially designed for fuel efficiency and durability, but it quickly developed a reputation for poor performance and reliability problems. One of its main issues was overheating, which often caused engine failure. The engine's cooling system was not strong enough, leading to frequent overheating that could severely damage the engine. Another problem with the Iron Duke was its low power output, producing only 85 to 110 horsepower. This made it unsuitable for heavier vehicles like the Chevrolet Camaro and Pontiac Firebird, where it was heavily criticized for underperforming. Additionally, the engine had problems with its timing gear, which often chipped around 80,000 miles, causing timing issues and expensive repairs. The Iron Duke was known for its simplicity and could last hundreds of thousands of miles with proper maintenance, but its lack of power and frequent reliability issues eventually led to its discontinuation in 1993. Number 12. 1971 Chevrolet Vega 2.3-liter. The Chevrolet Vega 2.3-liter engine, produced in 1971, powered both the Chevrolet Vega and the Chevrolet Monza. It had an aluminum block and a cast iron head, along with a single overhead camshaft and 2 valves per cylinder. While the engine's design was innovative, it quickly became notorious as one of the worst in American automotive history. One of the main problems was its tendency to overheat. The aluminum block often warped at high temperatures, leading to head gasket failures and coolant leaks. The open deck design of the block worsened the issue by allowing the cylinder barrels to separate from the head gasket. The engine also consumed excessive amounts of oil and suffered from oil leaks, which further undermined its reliability. Early models lacked a proper coolant recovery system, making overheating even more common. These defects caused sudden engine failures, often leaving drivers stranded. Several recalls and design updates, including improved head gaskets and a coolant recovery tank, were introduced, but the engine's reputation never improved. Production of the Vega ended in 1977, and the engine was replaced by the more reliable Iron Duke. Number 11. 1988 GM 3.1-liter V6. The GM 3.1-liter V6 engine, introduced in 1988, powered a range of General Motors vehicles, including the Chevrolet Lumina, Pontiac Grand Prix, and Buick Century. This engine was known for several problems that affected its performance and reliability. One of the most serious issues was the leaky intake manifold gaskets, which often resulted in coolant leaks. These leaks frequently caused the engine to overheat, sometimes leading to significant engine damage. Additionally, engine blocks produced between 1988 and 1990 were prone to cracking near the center cylinders, further weakening the engine. Another common problem involved carbon buildup under the exhaust gas recirculation valve, which prevented it from closing properly. This malfunction created a situation similar to a vacuum leak, causing a lean fuel mixture, rough idle, and engine misfires. These issues not only reduced engine performance, but also posed safety risks, including unexpected stalling and loss of power, which were particularly hazardous while driving. The GM 3.1-liter V6 engine continued production until 2005, receiving updates and improvements over time. Number 10. 1976 Chevrolet 305 V8. The Chevrolet 305 V8 engine, produced from 1976 to 1992, was used in various GM vehicles like the Chevrolet Camaro, Monte Carlo, and Caprice. Although it was widely used, the 305 V8 had numerous problems that made it one of the worst engines in American automotive history. One major issue was its small bore size, which restricted airflow and limited the engine's power and efficiency. This design flaw caused the engine to run lean due to insufficient airflow, reducing overall performance. Another significant problem was valve shrouding, where the large valve heads limited airflow into the cylinders. This, combined with the engine's flat-tapped camshaft, increased friction and wear on engine components. The engine-powered water pump also added extra load, further reducing power and torque output. Additionally, common failures like oil and intake manifold leaks were caused by poor manufacturing quality. The Chevrolet 305 V8 remained in production until 1992, when it was replaced by the more advanced LT1 engine. Number 9. 1991 Ford 2.0-liter Zetec. The Ford 2.0-liter Zetec engine, introduced in 1991, powered various Ford models such as the Ford Escort, Focus, and Contour. Although it showed initial promise, the Zetec engine experienced several issues that hurt its reputation. One of the most common problems was frequent oil leaks, which could occur from multiple areas, making it hard to find the exact source. These leaks often led to low oil levels, causing engine wear and possible failure if not dealt with quickly. Another major issue was the tendency for the valves to get stuck, particularly in colder climates. This required the use of specially formulated, costly oil to prevent it. Additionally, the engine's ignition coils and spark plugs were not very durable, resulting in misfires and rough running. The coolant outlet housing for the thermostat was also prone to failure, leading to overheating. These problems not only reduced the engine's performance, but also presented safety risks, such as sudden stalling and a loss of power. Number 8. 1984 Chrysler 2.2-liter turbo. The Chrysler 2.2-liter turbo engine, produced from 1984 to 1993, was used in several models, including the Dodge Daytona, Chrysler LeBaron, and Plymouth Reliant. It attracted attention for providing turbocharged performance, but it had several serious issues. One major problem was that it often overheated, especially while idling, due to the high operating temperatures of the turbocharger. This overheating could lead to head gasket failures and warped cylinder heads, which caused severe engine damage. Another common issue was frequent oil leaks, particularly from the valve cover gaskets and turbo oil lines. These leaks not only lowered oil levels, increasing engine wear, but also created a fire hazard if the oil came into contact with hot engine parts. Additionally, the turbocharger was prone to failure, often caused by poor lubrication and excessive heat, which resulted in a loss of power and increased exhaust emissions. The Chrysler 2.2-liter turbo engine remained in production until 1993, when it was replaced by more advanced and reliable engines. Number 7. 1997 Ford 5.4-liter Triton V8. The Ford 5.4-liter Triton V8 engine, introduced in 1997, was used in Ford vehicles, including the F-150, Expedition, and Lincoln Navigator. This engine gained popularity, but it also had many serious issues. One of the most common problems was spark plug blowout. The design of the engine had only 4 threads holding each spark plug, which often caused them to be pushed out of the cylinder head. This problem could lead to significant engine damage and resulted in expensive repairs. Another major issue was the timing chain. The timing chain tensioners and guides frequently failed, leading to a rattling noise and potential engine failure if the issue was not fixed quickly. Additionally, the fuel pump driver module was known to fail, which could cause the engine to stall unexpectedly. These problems made the engine unreliable and potentially dangerous, especially if they happened while driving. The 5.4-liter Triton V8 remained in production until 2014, with some improvements made over the years, but buyers often avoided the early models from 1997 to 2003 due to these known problems. Number 6. 1980 Chevrolet 2.8-liter V6. The Chevrolet 2.8-liter V6 engine was introduced in 1980 and was mainly used in the Chevrolet Citation and other General Motors compact cars like the Pontiac Phoenix and Oldsmobile Omega. This engine was part of General Motors' 60-degree V6 family, created to provide a good balance between power and fuel efficiency. However, it quickly gained a reputation for having problems. One of the main issues with the 2.8-liter V6 was its poor oiling system. The engine tended to develop sludge, which could block oil passages and lead to inadequate lubrication. This often resulted in early wear of engine parts and, in severe cases, engine failure. Another major issue was the weak camshaft. The camshaft lobes wore down quickly, causing a loss of power and efficiency. Additionally, the engine had overheating issues, partly due to its inadequate cooling system. These problems made the Chevrolet 2.8-liter V6 engine unreliable and potentially dangerous, especially if it failed while driving. The engine remained in production until the mid-1980s, when it was slowly replaced by more reliable engines. Number 5. 1993 Northstar V8. The 1993 Northstar V8 was Cadillac's first dual overhead cam engine, appearing in models like the Cadillac Seville, Eldorado, and DeVille. This 4.6-liter V8 was a technological marvel, featuring port fuel injection and an all-aluminum engine block and heads, originally designed for front-wheel drive cars. It produced 295 horsepower, which was later increased to 469 horsepower in models like the XLR-V Roadster and STS-V. However, the Northstar V8 had several significant problems. One of the most common issues was head gasket failure. The engine used torque-to-yield bolts that stretched and did not contract properly, causing blown head gaskets, which could lead to overheating and serious engine damage. The engine also experienced oil leaks, especially from the rear main seal and valve covers, which were expensive to repair and could lead to low oil levels and engine failure if not fixed quickly. The Northstar V8 suffered from excessive oil consumption and carbon buildup, making it costly to maintain and repair. The engine was retired in 2010 when Cadillac returned to rear-wheel drive designs. Number 4. 1997 Chrysler 2.4-liter i4. The Chrysler 2.4-liter inline four-cylinder engine, introduced from 1994 to 2010 and used in models like the PT Cruiser and Dodge Neon, was known for its reliability issues. One of the biggest problems was head gasket failure. The design of the engine allowed coolant to leak into the oil, which led to overheating and ultimately caused the head gasket to fail. This issue often resulted in expensive repairs, leaving many owners frustrated. Another significant problem was oil sludge buildup. The engine's poor design and insufficient oil circulation resulted in sludge formation that blocked oil passages and caused inadequate lubrication. This led to premature engine wear and failure. These problems made the engine potentially dangerous, as overheating could cause the engine to seize while driving, putting the driver and others at risk. The frequent failures and high repair cost damaged the reputation of the vehicles equipped with this engine. Number 3. 1970 AMC V8. The AMC V8 engine, produced from 1970 to 1980, was known for its serious oil leaks and head gasket failures. These issues came from the engine's low build quality and outdated design, which made it very unreliable and prone to overheating. The frequent overheating often led to expensive repairs and frequent breakdowns, making the AMC V8 one of the least reliable engines of its time. This engine was commonly found in various AMC vehicles, including the AMC Javelin, AMC AMX, and Jeep models like the Jeep Wagoneer. The problems with the AMC V8 went beyond oil leaks and head gasket failures. The engine also had poor fuel efficiency and lacked power compared to its competitors. These problems made the engine potentially dangerous, as overheating could cause engine fires or sudden breakdowns on the road. Due to these ongoing issues, the AMC V8 engine was phased out and replaced by more reliable and efficient engines by the early 1980s. Number 2. 2006 GM 2.4-liter Ecotec. The General Motors 2.4-liter Ecotec engine, produced in 2006, was used in various models, including the Chevrolet Equinox, Chevrolet Malibu, and Pontiac G6. This engine had several major problems, making it one of the worst engines in American vehicles. One of the most common issues was timing chain failure. The timing chain tensioner often failed, causing the chain to become loose and potentially skip teeth. Because the 2.4-liter Ecotec was an interference engine, this could lead to the valves hitting the pistons, resulting in bent valves and expensive repairs. Another significant problem was excessive oil consumption. The engine's design led to high oil use, which could cause low oil levels and damage to the engine if not monitored closely. Additionally, the engine experienced carbon buildup on the intake valves, affecting performance and fuel efficiency. Oil leaks were also common, often due to worn gaskets and seals. And at number 1, the 1995 Chrysler 2.0-liter SOHC. The 1995 Chrysler 2.0-liter single overhead camshaft engine was mainly found in the Dodge Neon and Plymouth Neon. The engine was built to be small and efficient for Chrysler's compact cars, but it soon became well known for its many problems. One of the biggest issues was head gasket failure. The original head gasket design often leaked, which could cause oil and coolant to mix. This not only led to engine overheating, but also risked serious internal damage if not fixed quickly. Another significant problem was with the timing belt. The engine had an interference design, meaning that if the timing belt broke, it could severely damage the valves and pistons. Additionally, the engine experienced oil leaks due to low-quality sealing and gasket materials. These problems made the 2.0-liter single overhead camshaft engine unreliable and potentially dangerous, especially if the head gasket failed while driving. The early models from 1995 to 1998 were often avoided by buyers due to these known issues. These 17 engines left their mark for all the wrong reasons, reminding us that not every innovation in the automotive world is a success. Which engine do you think was the worst? If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more automotive insights.